Well, hi, this is April 30th. My goodness, here we are in springtime. Not quite May 1st, that'll be tomorrow. We're so excited to be here with Advancing Nurse Coaching. It's been a joy for us to have our own school for coaching for nurses in the last 10 years. And what we're doing now is preparing nurses for the future. We're actually creating the future of nursing together. And one way that we're doing that is preparing nurses to become holistic nurses and nurse coaches. Both of those are offered as a certification through the American Holistic Nurses Credentialing Corporation. Teresa?
Um, Sorry, I was just working on that. I think it is one of those things where I think there's a lot of talk now, if anyone's watching social media or um, seeing what's next in nursing, with AI coming into the equation a lot more. Where do we see ourselves as nurses? And a lot of us are really looking forward to seeing what's next. And I think nurse coaching is a big piece of that equation. I've been seeing some of my nurse colleagues have been telling me that even in their hometowns, they are advertising for that they have nurse coaches on staff, which I thought was really interesting. So she actually called me because she's a nurse practitioner. She said, I want to know how to hire a nurse coach in my practice because I think it would be really beneficial. So I think in the near future, we will be partnering with each other, bringing our gifts and talents to the next evolution of what it is to take care of human beings in the age of AI. A lot of people know that they can, now use AI just like chat or just like we used to use Google, which of course Google has its own AI. So information is easy to access. The biggest part about information without professional guidance or at least people who understand the human connection and what all of it means to heal and be healthy when we don't really know what to do. I think that's the bridge that coaching will bring to healthcare. So that's kind of how I see it as being the bridge or the catalyst or the people who have spent the most time with patients and understand all the aspects of health and healing that we don't really read in a book. It comes as that lived experience. It comes through our human intuition. Where do we get the idea to walk down the hall and see what's happening just because we know we need to? You can't get that anywhere else except for with actually talking with and being with human beings. So I think the more we can embrace our humanness, even with the technology, I think we can do better. I think we can help more people. So I'm excited. I'm excited for what the future holds. And here we are at a time in history where we can create whatever we want.
Well, Jill, we can provide lots more details about our coursework, but we're here to answer your questions. So let us begin. Just where would you like to start as far as a Q&A?
Okay, well, I've been in the AHNA for some years. I'm actually not practicing my RN at the moment just because I'm doing massage therapy. But what I want to do is, so I have a coaching certification, but it's through a different platform that I received in 2019. But I want to combine like my nurse experience with coaching, but just make it my own. And I'm not sure I'll be enrolling in the course, but I wanted to just kind of connect with other nurse coaches just for like community part of it. But I don't know if this
Wonderful.
is the right place to be or not, but
Oh,
that's kind of
yes,
why I'm here. So,
that's
but do you guys
wonderful.
offer like CE versus for just RN? That's kind of what I want to do.
Yeah. We actually have some plans to create holistic CEs based on what we were talking about. Because the thing about nurse coaching is it's really just bringing our nursing skills to life. And a lot of people understand what coaching is. Some people don't. But
Yeah.
no, as you know, probably I figured out that nurses have a hard time telling others what we do. Like,
Right.
how do we describe all of the embodiment of what a nurse does and what it brings to um, health and healing and well-being, really? And a lot of people that we talk to are really wanting to be on the side of prevention. I
Yeah.
think massage therapy is a lot about prevention. People come before they're like, I better do something about this before something else happens, right? And so that's yeah, you're in the right place. There's a lot of we're kind of connectors of people. Yes,
Uh-huh.
we want people to be in our coursework because we believe it's like the best on the market, right? But beyond that, we really want nurses to know each other, meet each other, create
Hmm.
businesses with each other, figure out what our gifts and talents are that we can, impact the health and well-being of the people we care so deeply about. I know a lot of us, when we were at the hospital working, we would see the same patients over and over and over. And we knew that we could do more, but there just wasn't enough time. In nurse coaching, there's enough time.
Does advancing nurse coaching have a community other than this one, like that is active, or is it just like a Facebook group, or I don't know?
We haven't been as active on social media as we want to be, which is what this is an attempt to do. Because we talk so much to people behind the scenes, we're building communities we go to a lot of conferences, so we've built a really large community of people outside of social media,
Okay.
but it's hard for us to keep connected. So we do have a Facebook group, and actually Lynn and I were just talking about it yesterday of inviting everyone in to connect there. Because there has to be a place where we can all, hey, what are you doing? Where are you at? Anyone
Yeah.
available to meet up? And I think that seems like the easiest thing to do.
Where are
Um,
you located, Jill? May we ask?
Yeah, I'm in Des Moines, Iowa.
Oh, great.
mhm.
I
Yeah.
I was born in Sioux City.
Oh, you were?
Um,
Okay. Cool.
you there is a free CE on our website, and you're welcome to take advantage of that. And then also
Okay.
in 2020, we did a virtual conference. The AHNA canceled their conference, so we did our own with our students, and it
Oh,
was how many? It had 11 different presentations, and it's on our website, so that would be an option for you. We've
okay.
we
Thank
were the
you.
first ones to have an online school, and so we've always been online. We've never had an in-person school.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
I think let me go grab the link so you can have it to the Facebook group. You're welcome to join it.
Okay.
Well, I better not. I better wait till I'm done.
Well, and also Teresa and I are the co-leaders of the our local AHNA chapter, the Austin area chapter.
Okay.
And so there are a lot of places you can find us, and we've done many lectures for AHNA. So if
Okay.
they catalog all of their programs, the recorded programs for CE, and you can go back
Uh-huh.
and find us,
Oh,
for
nice.
10 years.
Okay. Yeah, I used to be the chapter leader here for a while, and then there wasn't enough people interested, so I had to close the chapter. But I'm definitely want to stay connected because I renew my RN in the fall, so I'm trying to ramp up
Right.
my and I want to because I have my own business and I do energy work too with like emotion code, but I feel like combining like the coaching with the emotion code can be really really
Oh, how
beneficial,
wonderful.
and so I want to but I want to have both pieces to
Yes.
offer. So, well,
We
three
We
everything.
actually have a student from Des Moines who's in our coursework right now. She was in our class last night. Her background is social work, and we have
Okay.
a certification that people who are licensed health professionals can receive through our program. They
Uh-huh.
can't sit for the board exam as a nurse because they're not nurses, but they can
I
go through
see.
our program and receive our own certificate of completion. And that's what she is.
And we want to
Mhm.
be collaborative, you know. Um, I think we shine when we bring our knowledge to teams and
Mhm.
you know being collaborative with other like the social workers or even physicians. And one of my friends is a physical therapist, and you know we all see the patient from just a little bit different perspective. And
Mhm.
I think that's a very valuable bridge to build. That you know none of us lives in a bubble.
You're
Uh,
right.
and it and I think it would be good. You know, I have one friend that she has built a practice of her and five other nurses, and they have partnered with the physicians in their town to support the patients, and they're doing quite well. And
Awesome.
you know, so and you probably have you worked in that where you get referrals from people in your community?
I haven't really done that. I was a nurse. I was a certified case manager for an insurance company, so it was all telephonic. But
Ah,
I don't. Yeah, so I didn't really do the community thing. I'd like to
yeah, yeah.
for my
It,
business.
you know, it's funny. I was thinking I was with a coach the other day because doesn't a coach need a coach, right?
Yeah.
And he said that, well, what all have you done in your career? And I was like, well, you know, I worked ICU. That was great. I charged 6 months after I graduated. I'm not sure. I remember being
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, this is me. And then a couple of years later, I actually was the director of the cardiopulmonary rehab. And they only had three patients. And I was like, well, what can I learn here? So I literally grew the program from three to 28 people in 3 months.
That's
And
awesome.
the next thing I knew, I was getting called to the office, is what I felt like. He called me down there to let me know. He goes, I've never seen growth like this. What are you doing? I said,
Mhm.
well, talking to the doctors. I'm talking to the patients. I go in and do a little bit of education, you know, after a stroke or a heart attack or something happening with their lungs. And then I invite them to come in and exercise with me. And I actually created a little care package and went around to all the docs to let them know, you know, I was over there and that. So that's all I did. And then the word of mouth got out, and all of a sudden I had people coming almost every day. And I thought, you know what, if that's not business, what is that?
That's
We just
great.
we just don't call it business, we call it nursing.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
so the skills are there. You know, I've always said that nursing is, you know, the most um, you can do anything you want with a nursing degree because of the skills that you get. And even
Hmm.
even after doing this for 10 years, I didn't connect the dots that that was the business of healthcare. You know, um, I opened up a geriatric
Awesome.
psych unit and it was the same thing. You just get given the task and you just go do it. You don't overthink it. It's like, oh, I'm gonna do
Right.
this thing. I think we make it too complicated, including me. As soon as you call it your own business, suddenly you went, okay, what all do I have to do? You know, and there, to be fair, there are some steps you have to take, but um, the actual growing of the business, I think, is more about that human connection and being of service.
We
Yeah,
have,
I definitely.
we're active in our district nurses association. You want to tell her about Belton?
So we have Lynn and I belong to the Texas Nurses Association, and they often partner with the School of Nursing at University of Mary Hardin Baylor. And they most recently put on a conference or as a summit. They called it a summit for nursing entrepreneurship. And yet
Hmm.
the more I started looking, there's nurse entrepreneur stuff happening all over. A lot of the universities are beginning to embrace this extra, it's not extra, but like this pathway to nursing. And it was really
Right.
quite wonderful because, I think it's been a little bit hidden from public view because, most people think nurses work in a hospital. But the more that I look around, nurses have been innovative for a very, very long time. We just haven't heard about it. Then I
Okay.
talked to somebody in the media and she goes, "How come we don't do more stories on nurses?" And I was like, "I don't know. Why don't we?" She goes, "No one ever calls and asks."
Hmm.
And I thought, oh, note to self, you know, if you
There
want to
you
be
go.
visible, you call up the newspaper or you call up the TV station and say, "Hey, I have a story," and somebody comes and does an interview. She said, "We're always looking for new material." And so Lynn and I have been working towards that direction to get nurses visible in what we're doing in the world. And I see it that a lot of people are doing it.
Yeah, that's great to see that.
Yeah. So do you have a physical business or where do you do your
Um,
massage?
I do. My business is, I work out of my home. I have a nice townhome that's in the woods area, like a quiet space, and it's just my lower level, and it's, wooded trees, and I,
Mm,
yeah, so it's a nice location, and I have my business is called Divine Harmony Wellness Health, and I have done some emotion code, and I can do it remotely, but I do want to do, like, I've been saying, expanding my nurse coach role for a while. I just need to, like, take more steps towards it. So I could do it in person or virtually, which I think would be
wonderful.
a nice option too. So yeah.
I love it. I
I
love
also
it.
travel to businesses. I do corporate massage, so I take my table and I have them sign up, and I work on them at work, like 15 and 30-minute sessions. So
Hmm.
that's really great too, an option that, another aspect of my what I offer. So
Yeah, I love that. I love when the massage therapists come to the conferences or just
yeah,
our little meetings because 10 or 15 minutes of that, it just makes your day, you
it
know?
really does. It makes a big difference.
It really
10,
does.
15 minutes. Yeah. So yeah, so I'm excited. I just, it ebbs and flows, and I'm always, a life learner, so I want to expand and diversify, and
I
but
love it. Good.
yeah, I'm just working on that. So
Well, I'm really glad that you took some time out to come and meet us and visit. Let us get to
yeah,
know you.
thank you for having this
Yeah,
opportunity here. So appreciate that.
yeah. You just stay connected. We'll probably send out an email to everybody who signed up who couldn't make it,
Okay.
and put the links to the Facebook group and to the YouTube channel. And we're even on Pinterest if you like to look through Pinterest. Um,
Okay.
there's
Yeah, I
there's
could
quite
do
a
that.
lot of places to kind of plug in and connect with us and see what we're doing and what our students are doing.
Okay.
There's just a lot of, and we really would like to invite anyone who wants to be part of the AHNA group. We often need little presenters, so you could come and let us know what you're doing in the world of nursing, and because
Hmm.
the holistic nurses have so many varied interests, and like Lynn always talks about the tapestry. We're each a single thread, but it makes a beautiful tapestry. And behind the tapestry, we're all interconnected. It might look
Yeah.
separate, but we're not. And
Hmm.
building
Yeah, I agree.
relationships is part of it. Yeah.
Hmm.
We have people who come to our Austin area chapter. It's free that we don't have any uh, you know fee. So we have people who come from California, Florida, Louisiana, Yeah, when we met on Tuesday this week, we had 25 people from Louisiana. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
Oh, wow.
Women's Hospital in Baton Rouge. They all came. It was amazing. It was just
Oh, that's
amazing.
great. Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
awesome.
it was really fun. So there are communities of people everywhere, and you're welcome to belong to the Austin area chapter, no matter where you're located. It would be fun to have you for sure.
Okay, I think I received your emails that you send to Austin. I get those. I think I'm already on the list,
Oh, great.
good.
I
Okay,
believe. Yeah.
yeah. We'll send the link for the Facebook page and the for the HNA page and for the YouTube channel because we're
Okay.
whatever medium you like, we're trying to be there so you can at least know what's happening in the world of nursing and what's coming.
Okay.
You know, we're getting a lot of interest now because AI is such a big deal, like in the healthcare space, how to use it and what that's going to look like and using it
Oh, yeah.
ethically and all of that kind of thing. And so I think if I had my wish that we would all be a part of that conversation as we bring our knowledge to the public, you know.
Do you ever have health
Yeah.
fairs that you could attend if you wanted to meet some new clients or just other nurses? Baylor Scott White. Health.
Did you say, do I have health fairs? Is that what you said?
Yeah, health fairs that,
Well, yeah, there are opportunities like that around. I just have to like find them and attend them or,
yeah,
sign up and everything. So,
yeah. Are
mhm.
you interested in growing your practice more or more about connecting with other nurses or?
No, yeah, I'm definitely interested in growing my practice. That's kind of why I'm here to connect and like, so both. I would want to connect more and find a community of support in a way, and grow. And I want to I want to start getting coaching clients, and I
Yeah.
could use my massage clients to market to them.
Hmm.
But I also I need other avenues of marketing. So,
Right, right.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Are you on Alignable?
I've heard of that, but I'm not familiar with it
Yeah.
that much.
I
Mhm.
would check it out. I've as far as meeting your people, like your peers of other nurses who are doing what you're doing,
Okay.
they have a pretty good amount of people. I probably get 2 or 3 requests a week to connect
Okay.
and they're, have starting a practice or growing a practice. Um, but they're connecting with each other so they can support each other, which I think is really wonderful.
Mhm.
And I'm sure there's somebody in your area.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll have to check that out for sure.
Hmm. And one of the biggest things that I think that people are telling me working the best right now is like referrals. Like if a client is not for you, and you know someone who you're like, this would be a perfect match. Say they want a service that you don't have, but you know someone who has that service, and then they get someone who they don't do that service, but you do. And there's a,
Okay.
a really special way of building that community, and it's called the 7 touch system, where, when you get a referral, then you thank them and then you let them know how it went. And then you keep in touch for like 7 times to kind of build that rapport. And what happens is people are like, oh, this person actually cares about the client that I sent to them.
Oh, great.
And it's a really nice way that we don't often think about in our businesses as we try to grow it. So I just put that out there.
Okay.
You can
Thank
look
you.
that up, Google it, or
What
put
was
it
it
in
called?
chat.
Seven
Seven
something?
touch, 7 touch system of referral.
Okay. All right.
So there's quite a lot of tools out there that have been coming out. So I just learned about that one 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I was like, that's a really good idea. People have said different ways before, but not like that. And I thought that was just really wonderful because I do want to honor the people that send people to me. And it always feels really good to let me know that if I sent you somebody, how the conversation went or whatever, what came of it. Is that part of nursing that we don't get to see, like what happened after we after we saw them? we get to find out, the impact that it makes. And anyway, I just offer that as something I just learned,
Right.
may be of help.
Okay.
Well, it looks like Lynn got a phone call, but
Thank you.
I appreciate you being here. We're not going to stay on too long today because we have some other coaching calls, but we want
Um,
to come on. Oh, you have
yeah. Could you
okay.
just repeat that one more time? The seven something? I didn't know if you
The
could email it.
7 touches of referral.
Seven touches. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
That might not be the exact name, but if you Google it or put it in chat, you should be able to. That's what
Okay.
I did. When I heard about it, I just Googled, put it in the chat GPT and it came right up with it. So it's a known way to help people with their business.
Okay. That's a great way to, that's a good tool to learn about. So I'll look it up.
Yeah, yeah. If you don't find it, let me know. You can just email me and I'll pull up the one that I did. I
Okay.
thought
Perfect.
I just thought it was really good and you know, it is about honoring each other and the gifts that we each bring, right?
Yeah.
So I think intentionally doing that is going to be supportive and helpful to our businesses and to our clients. Um,
Intention is
it is. It
foundational.
true. Yep.
All
It
right. Well,
absolutely is.
I'll look for. Did you say you're going to email
Yes, we'll
me?
send out an
Okay.
email and
Okay.
a repeat of the video. And uh, if you have any questions, please feel free to email us and we'll answer them as soon as we can.
Okay. I will definitely. I'll do
Yeah.
that.
And
Thanks.
then come see us at the HNA or anything that we do. You're always welcome. Um,
Okay.
about getting to know people and seeing your name over and over and helps us to
Yeah.
build those connections up.
Sounds good. And I'll be able to join on video in the future. So I'm sorry about
Yeah.
that.
No,
But
it's all no
okay.
worries. We're grateful that you're
Okay.
here. All right,
Okay.
Tim. Well, thank
Thanks
you so much.
again.
You have a good
Yep.
rest of your day, okay?
Yeah, you too. Thank
And
you. Bye bye.
bye. And everyone out there in Zoom land and Facebook world, we are grateful that you're here. And we look forward to connecting with you soon. Take care. Have a good day.